What's up, everybody? We're doing the news live. Don't go anywhere. What is up, YouTube and all my fish keeping friends? How's it going out there in fish tank land? This is Joseph Hardin from JH Aquatics, and of course, I'm here to share with you the news live today. I'm totally nervous. I'm trying to play with this OBS and figure this all out. So I'm going to go ahead. I want to go through the news with you guys, and then I want to share a video with you about the hurricane. It's really hard for me to talk about the hurricanes that we had because it's pretty emotional. I kind of get all teary-eyed about it. I'm just wondering, just in the chat, if you let me know how the audio is doing. I'm really trying not to play with any of that, get distracted with it. I hope it is okay. That's one thing that I was worried about. Is the audio good? What's up, Big Easy, Mr. B, Aquarium Show, Melissa? Everybody's in here, and people have been passing by before it even started. That's really cool. Someone give me a heads up. How is the audio? Is the audio sounding good? Good. I don't know. It might be a little loud. I'm all shaky. It got me all nervous. All right. This is awesome. I'm trying to play with the OBS, and it looks like it's good. I figured it out right at the last minute, I guess. A little distortion. A little distortion just because maybe it's too loud on the other end of the mixer. What's up, Aaron? How are you doing, Valley Fish? Michael, what's up? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the news here. First off, on the top of the news, there's a lot of good stuff here, but I have Kyle's Wild World. Kyle took us on a little bit of an adventure with him to a fish meetup. He's been trying to do some fish for profit. So he goes to this meetup, and it turns out that it's not exactly what he thought it would be. He's really expecting more of a fish auction, sit-down kind of thing, maybe. It turns out it was really more of like a swap meet in the parking lot. So it was really cool. And at the end of that video, he went ahead and gave us pretty much a fish room update, everything he had going on in his tanks. It was really cool. Yeah, check that out. IFG put together something really cool. He went over the top 3 must-have things in your aquarium, must-have gadgets in your aquarium. I have to say, there's good list there. I'm not going to share with them what they are. I'll let you guys check out the video to see what they are. But I have to agree with all 3 of those, especially after the hurricanes. We have Dan Hitshoe. Dan Hitshoe, he put out like 8 videos this week, like he normally does, 6 to 8 videos a week. Awesome. But he put out a couple of good videos this week that I really enjoyed. He covered the effects of using poultry grit in his aquarium. I did some tests on pH to see how it would affect the pH. That was really interesting. I had to watch that one. Let's see, a couple other things. What else did he have? Oh, yeah, he thought he was really acting up on the causing the algae to act up. You know, the effects of low voltage LED lighting. He's afraid that maybe it's the low voltage, or not the low lighting that he has that is affecting the algae in some of his aquariums. So I'm pretty sure that probably is the cause of it. Let's see, what else was there? Oh, his mystery snails. He's also trying to figure out whether or not his mystery snails are actually breeding. It looks like they're kind of courting. One was hanging out on top of the other one. He might be right on it. I don't know. Some of y'all should check out that video, see if you think that's what's going on. Let's see who else we have. We have Wayne's Fish World. Wayne's Fish World did an update on his goldfish aquarium. He has like this super awesome assortment of goldfish. Really cool assortment of goldfish. But what really got me was the grit that he used, the sand and the mixture that he created. He created his own substrate, but you could really tell that these goldfish enjoyed sifting through this substrate. I think he really got that substrate down. Let's see, we have Green Aqua. Green Aqua hasn't put out a video in like a month, but it's a really nice spotlight on an aquascape. This is a fully mature Dutch-style aquascape. Pretty sick. A lot of awesome plants in there. But what really got me on that one was the livestock. He had live shrimp. He had yellow and looks like yellow and red Neocaridina shrimp, but he pretty much had the perfect fish for like a Dutch style aquascape. He had rummy nose tetra, a nice school of rummy nose tetra in there, and that was awesome. Let's see, Happy Tails. Happy Tails did a full unboxing, setup, and stocking of a 60-gallon aquarium. She put some glowfish in there and stuff. I look forward to seeing how this tank turns out. She is talking about putting discus in there eventually, so I look forward to watching this tank mature. Let's see. This is probably the best one for me right now on the news this week was Ted Judy. Ted Judy did an interview with Jim Kitchen. He's pretty much a pioneer, not pretty much, he is a pioneer in the research of the pseudocanthicus, catfish. There's about 5 or 6 fish in this group, and he pretty much has got DNA on every single major one of these catfish, and he's also started to research the different breeding habits of them and find out where they line up in evolution, where they relate to each other genetically. So it's really cool. And this guy's done all of this while being afflicted with Parkinson's disease. So it's a really cool interview. If you like or love catfish, I would definitely check out this video and this interview. Let's see. I'm trying to relax myself. I'm all nervous, you guys. For like a second live stream ever. All right. We have Fish Tank Aquariums. He did a cute little video, just a little glimpse of feeding banana to his, I believe they were guppies, but he was feeding banana to them. And, you know, I did a video not too long ago. Oh, what do I have Super Chats. Super Chats works. I didn't think Super Chats worked for me here in the Virgin Islands. I can't send them out very easily, so I didn't think I could receive them. That's awesome. Thank you, Mr. B. He's also one of my Patreons. But anyways, I just did a video not too long ago feeding coconut to my shrimp. So I'm going to have to try to feed banana to my shrimp. I'm curious what will happen. I'm sure they're going to love it. You know, it's something where you put like a tiny piece in there, and if they don't eat it all, you pull it out. But they might totally be into the banana. I'm sure somebody else has probably fed shrimp a banana. Let's see, what else do we have here? I have some things to celebrate this week. I don't know if the man is here or he's out in the backyard flipping steaks and ribs, but Corvus Oskin is celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, Corvus. Joel. Happy birthday, Joel. I'm sure you're out in the backyard flipping burgers and ribs. Hopefully, you should definitely be there instead of watching my live stream. Let's see, who else do we have? We have Simply Beta. She's hit 20,000 subs. Congratulations to her for that. That's super awesome. She also put out a pretty cool video this week creating an aquarium for immersed plants. She has a nice little collection of different plant cultures in this, I believe it's a 20-gallon tank, and looked pretty cool to me. I have a few things going on, but she definitely trumps what I've got going on, and I look forward to doing something like that myself. Maybe a little bit bigger than that outdoors, but have to check that out, because for anybody who doesn't have a lot of space, taking one of your aquariums and converting it to do a little bit of immersed stuff is pretty awesome. Let's see, who else do we have? We have one other thing to celebrate, I believe. I have Big Easy. I'm sorry about that. Big Easy has hit 1,000 subs, and he hit 1,000 subs like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and I haven't mentioned it. I'm very sorry about that, but I have to congratulate him on that. If nobody knows Big Easy, he does a live stream almost every day. He does about 5 or 6 hours, and he gets a nice little panel of people in there. It usually sticks to fish. Sometimes it gets a little off topic, but you should check that out every once in a while if you're interested. People like to pop in, you know, now and then, and show some of their tanks. I like to play around in there. Sometimes I pull out my microscope and I live stream with my microscope, because it's a good place for me to practice and have a little fun. Let's see, what else do we have? We have a little bit of personal news. I do have my blue bolts, my Caridina, my blue bolts have arrived from Flip Aquatics. They are super beautiful. I purchased 6 of them. So I'm sorry, 16 of them, and 4 out of 6 of them, sorry, 4, 5, 6, 6 out of the 16 were deep blue, and then I have 10 more as a colony. So I have 16 altogether. They're all hiding in the rocks right now, nesting up. I don't plan on seeing them for about a week and a half, but I'm super happy that they're hiding in the rocks rather than scurrying around the tank. That lets me know they're comfortable. Besides that, what else do I have going on? I have a couple of things scheduled for live streams in the future with some collaborations. Susan is having her regular live stream on Tuesday, and I will be in there with her. I kind of owe that to her deeply. She's helped me out a lot since the hurricanes. She did a lot to support me in the first month after the hurricanes, and most people don't realize that she purchased the antenna, the wireless internet antenna that I'm using on my rooftop to acquire my internet right now. So this whole time since the storms, I really wouldn't have the internet and the quality internet that I have been able to acquire without her help. She really did a lot. I really do appreciate what she does, what she did for me. I really appreciate everything that she does for the community. A lot of people know her as the hashtag fishfam mom, but she definitely plays her role and she definitely does her part. And if you don't know of her and haven't seen her channel, definitely go subscribe. I see everybody in here, and I'm pretty sure everybody in here knows Susan from SLC Aquatics. I think I know everybody in this chat at this point. Yeah, everybody in here should probably be my mods at this point, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not even going to play with that just yet, but we'll get there. Thank you again, Mr. B, for that super chat. That's really awesome. I only saw it on the screen, but I don't get to see anything else. I'm kind of trying to focus. But what else? There was something else that I wanted to share with you guys. Besides that, I will be doing the Lemon for Leukemia challenge on Susan's live stream. I was challenged by Mad Fish Diva, and she was challenged by someone else. So we're gonna go ahead and collaborate and eat some lemons together. I wasn't gonna do it, but I feel like I really need to be a good sport. I think that's kind of part of it. You know, there's a lot of other things that people can do. You know, I would recommend supporting people like Caleb Overhauls, you know, with his GoFundMe account for his affliction with leukemia. Or I would also do something like register with the National Bone Marrow Registry, which is the whole point of the event in the first place. So I definitely would have to say that if you want to really do something, donate some money, register yourself for bone marrow. But I'm going to be a good sport, and I'm going to take a good solid bite out of a lemon. I think I'm just going to eat it and swallow it too. But that is planned for Tuesday. And then I didn't mention the water box. On Friday of next week, I'm going to be on the water box's live stream. I look forward to that. Should be super awesome. We're going to be talking about blackwater aquariums or blackwater and brackish water biotopes. So many people get that confused. They think they're the same thing. And I kind of want to make sure that people understand that. I need to make some more videos about that stuff because it's a real passion of mine. I love blackwater tanks, and I also love brackish water tanks. I find them a little bit more challenging because really limited in regards to aquascaping and what kind of plants that you can have in a brackish water tank with salinity. So it's a fun thing for me. It's a challenge for me. It's something I enjoy. I enjoy making a black water tank or a brackish water tank beautiful, whereas it's really easy to make a little, you know, aquascape tank with some rocks and wood and throw some plants in there. And I feel like anybody can do that, but can you take and make a beautiful black water tank or a beautiful brackish water tank? I don't know. That's a passion for me. In nanofish and shrimp. But I think most people realize that based on my videos. Let's see. I'm gonna try to look at chat now, but I do want to share with you guys something. Well, I'll show you guys this right now. I've been playing around. I think I do have this working properly. There we go. Bam. I usually have a little ticker down here at the bottom, but I haven't been able to set everything up on my new computer right now. But this is Michelangelo. This is one of my favorite fish. It's my ultimate angel. I love him. He's in the tank right behind me, over my shoulder, waiting for some more food. uh, let's see. But I do want to share with you a video. I'm like only 15 minutes into this hour stream. I'm trying to make it an hour. Kind of feel like I could talk a lot, but I don't know that everybody wants to hear me talk a lot. So I will be getting into the chat. I would like to answer some questions. I've never really done a live stream and had the opportunity for people to ask me questions about me, about my experience in the hobby, my childhood, and you know how I got into all this. But I do want to share something with you. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for this. If someone could recommend the proper way of doing it, I have it set up. But is it okay to show another video? I have consent from another YouTuber to show their video, and I was just trying to figure out the right way to do it so I don't get totally in trouble with some kind of a strike or something. But I feel like I should wing it because it's something that's really important to me, and I feel like the best way that I can explain to you my experience of the hurricanes really is just through somebody else's piece of content, because I've tried to make videos for you guys about the hurricanes, and I didn't want to exploit it that way because it's not like that. You know, to me it'd be like exploiting a friend's death or something. It's not something that I really just wanted to share. I wasn't looking for views out of it or watch time minutes. So I really didn't make any content about it. And every time I try to film something to talk about it, I start to like get all emotional and crack up. And so I feel like the best thing for me to do is to just share with you this video. This is a friend of mine here on the island, Christian Wheatley. He is a YouTuber, and he also makes lots of content here locally for other people. I'm gonna try to see if I can set this up for you and get it going real quick. Like I said, this is like my second time ever going live with OBS. Ever going live, period. Really. Let's see here. Let's get that up, and then we're gonna go here, and it's gonna look crazy for a minute, and we're gonna pull this up, and I think that I'm going to play it. I'm gonna go with live stream. Cross my fingers I don't get a full like strike and they shut this stream down or something. Ah, I just realized something. I'm so goofy. Okay, I know what I did. I have to unmute the audio because I'm a goofball. Ah, I just realized something. I'm so goofy. Okay, I know what I did. I have to unmute the audio because I'm a goofball. Ah, I just realized something. I'm so goofy. Okay, I know what I did. I have to unmute the audio because I'm a goofball. Ah, I just realized something. I'm so goofy.
It was like a mini tornado inside the kitchen.
Okay. I know what I did. I have
Yeah,
to
and
unmute the audio
that's when I felt like I was going to die.
because I'm a goofball.
It was like a mini tornado inside the kitchen. Yeah, and that's when I felt like I was going to die. It was like a mini tornado inside the kitchen. Yeah, and that's when I felt like I was going to die. It was like a mini tornado inside the kitchen. Yeah, and that's when I felt like I was going to die.
I didn't think we had another Hurricane Marilyn. I thought.
Yeah, and that's when I felt like I was going to die.
I didn't think we had another Hurricane.
Alright guys, I'm so messing up. I'm trying to get this video to play. I probably shouldn't be messing with this when I'm so new at this. Yeah, the audio is repeating, and that's why I was trying to cut off some of the other some of the other sources so that you could just hear that. I'd be better off just downloading this and playing it back. But I'm not going to harass you with that anymore. I'm going to keep it real simple and I'm going to go forward with it. But the link to this video is in the description below, so you can go ahead and watch that video below. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get into some of these, some of your message, I'm going to get into the chat here. Oh, I don't know why I tried to do that. Yeah, sounds like a cool video. That was the other half of it, is I didn't transition over all the way to the video, which is really unfortunate. I so want to try it again because I feel like most people in here are patient enough for that, but I can kind of get away with it. It's my second live stream. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and mute my microphone and mute my video capture device for sure so that I'm not pulling anything from either way. And I should just be able to play the desktop audio for you guys. Oh, I'm so bad at this. I appreciate all of your patience completely and totally. It's so awesome. So I see that you didn't even get to hear it. You got to see it that time, but you didn't get to hear it that time, right? And now you can hear me again. Oh, OBS. It's so awesome, but I have to learn how to use it first. Well, I appreciate all of your patience. Boy, oh boy. Wow. 10 minutes spoiled. All right. So definitely go ahead and check out the video, and you can actually hear it and watch it at the same time if you go to his channel. I bet the fact that you couldn't hear it one time and then you couldn't see it the other time, that's probably going to protect me from any kind of copyright strike, right? I'm too close to the microphone. Anyways. What I was saying after that video was that for me, it was a very good experience to go through the hurricanes because you realize that people go through this all the time. FEMA, the Red Cross, the National Guard, they deal with this all the time, all over the place. It's not, just because it happened to me for the first time I've ever experienced anything that intense in my whole life. It doesn't mean it's like the end of the world. It happens every day. People need this help every day. And I think that it really helped me realize that too, that we were in pain here, but there were 3 or 4 other things going on across the United States alone that split everybody up. FEMA, National Guard, everybody up. So, if you were smart and thinking realistically, you couldn't be upset with them so much. They can come out and help. In the end, they put the Band-Aid on things, and in the end, it's our government, it's our community that has to come together to and that goes with anywhere. In the end, it's the community that's going to come together, and the people that are really going to clean up the rest of the mess, and really put it back together. So I don't blame anybody. I appreciate everybody that came down here to help, everybody that lended a hand. There were 100 dogs and cats removed from this island that were feral. They were sent off this island to other places in the United States and given homes. So many good things that came of it. This internet that I'm on right now is a nonprofit internet provider right now. It's a non-for-profit ISP. We're looking at trying to do something to get some money back. We have funding, but we're going to have to start charging eventually. Plus, the other ISPs don't really like this. So I've been donating my time. Susan from SLC Aquatics purchased the antenna for me, which was really awesome. I have to thank her for that, and everybody go check her out. Make sure you watch her content. She is a truly awesome and caring person in this in the #FishFam community. I've felt it personally. So I don't know. I've been donating my time though, and that's kind of how I've acquired the internet myself. I don't know that I'll have to pay for it as long as I continue to do some stuff on the weekends and go install some of the antennas and stuff. Plus, now I know how to do everything on mine. Like I can get into the routers and I can go up on the roof and readjust and point my antenna at a different tower if I need to. And most people couldn't do that. This is it's a little bit. It's not your average internet. And I'm also getting 70 megabytes up and down. They opened up my upload side, so I'm getting a full upload and download. Anyways, let me keep an eye here on the chat. Cecilia, hello. Multi-tank, addiction. Sorry I missed the first half of your stream this morning. If people, you haven't been on the news yet, and I don't know why. I mean, I think I've been missing a lot of people that do live streams because I've been looking for actual content and videos. But there are a lot of people in this the hashtag FishFam community and the fish community on YouTube that do really awesome live streams. And I guess I kind of missed that. I need to start incorporating that into the news and give a list of all the content, and I know Corey from Aquarium Co-op and a few other people have been talking about kind of creating something. Even Multi-Tank Addiction has been talking about creating something more of like a network, where we have a different show every hour, and we kind of have that now, and everybody's really respectful of each other. But yeah, I see a future of like a YouTube channel that we each of us have a slot, and we get an hour. We do our show. We have our sponsors. It's the future. This is the future of content, of video content, and the way people consume entertainment and content. That's for sure. It's interesting to see where it goes from here. Let's see. What is the link to the video again? The link to the video, it's in the description of this live stream. It should be in the description of this live stream, a link to it. And I try to explain the fact that I do have the Christian Wheatley's permission for that video. I don't know. I don't think that I'm gonna have to worry about any strikes because I screwed it up so bad. Let's see. Yeah. HC Aquatics, what's up? Joel's still in here. Joel, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I need to have all my sound effects set up on OBS too so I can do my little cheering in the background. I thought about actually having like the videos up next to me going through all that, but this is my first time doing this, and that was gonna take a while to set that all up in OBS ahead of time and organize all that in my scenes and stuff. And maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll get there soon enough. Oh, you're not allowed to have any more aquariums because you're moving to Mexico. You're moving to Mexico or New Mexico? I know I can't really do anything right now. I have 3 more aquariums. Well, right now actually I have 4 aquariums that are not full right now. I have nothing going on with them, and I can't do anything else new. I'm not even trying to aquascape any of my tanks or change anything because I'm looking at moving and getting my own room that will be a fish room / studio. All this stuff will be on one side. It'll be just the same way, but I'll have my own room. Might even paint it green. My girlfriend hates this color, but I love it. I think it's very stimulating for the mind. I have a very artistic mind, and I think the green really is a positive color for me. It works for me. It may not work for anyone else. Oh, I saw Joel in there, and I was thinking of Corvus Oskin. Joel from Corvus Oskin. He was in here earlier, and then I probably went nutty with my mess up with video, and everybody ran away. I'll get it right. I'll get it right eventually. Took you 90 minutes just to prep for your 60-minute show. I know. I probably should have taken a little bit more time today. I wanted to do the news. I like to film the news because I get to add a little bit more production value into it. I'm more about trying to make more quality content than just quantity. That's definitely important to me. But I do like making the news, as a video and putting it out that way. I don't know if I'll be doing this for the future. I don't know if I'll be doing this. I might. I just want to play with this and do something different and just experiment with some live streaming. I definitely come up with a plan. I'll come up with a plan. But I enjoy doing the news on Sunday or writing the news on Saturday and stuff. But I got pulled onto a boat trip, and I'm blaming the boat trip on the reason why I didn't get to actually edit the news and make a video. So that's really what that's the truth a little bit, is that I actually went out on a boat, and it was we came back after dark, and it really cut into the time that I like to take to research videos and write the news properly. And then Saturday I like to film, but It's just the boat trip kind of killed me. You know, I kind of sacrificed a lot, and I kind of regretted even going on the boat trip. Like, it was fun and stuff, but for me right now, I'm not really worried about fun, you know, and comfort so much. I'm looking forward to a little bit of a sacrifice right now, to do this. Not just my YouTube channel, but I have been working on my own website. I do have some a product line that I want to reveal, but I do not want to completely share it all. It is going to be related to botanicals, dried botanicals. So I guess I am kind of revealing it. But that's main part of my website will be different curated botanicals, such as like mango leaf and West Indian almond leaf, and some different nuts and things like that that are legal with the customs for me to ship. And we'll be looking at some different mangrove, driftwood, and also like Daryl. Thank you for the super chat. Gone Mad, thank you for the super chat as well. I so appreciate that. It's just I'm so amazed that I can even have super chats right now. It's been hard for me to super chat anyone else. I can't. It tells me I'm not allowed to super chat from my region when I try to super chat other people. If I go on my cell phone, I can kind of super chat a couple sometimes, and then it's like sometimes it gives me the error message. It says that, and then sometimes it lets me super chat through my phone only. So I've managed to super chat Joel from Corvus Oskin like twice, and I think the Real Fish Talk or Corey's on Corey's streams, I believe but that like 3 times I've been able to get out a super chat. So it's really awesome. I did not think I was going to be able to receive them because of that. So I really do appreciate that. But what I was getting at with my products, going to kind of keep it simple at first, but like I was saying before, I'm really into blackwater biotopes and brackish water biotopes and nature tanks. And to me, a natural tank is going to have leaf litter in it. It's going to have sticks. It's going to have pine cones and pieces of nuts and shell from different trees. It's going to be on the bed of this piece of of your tank. And to me, it makes the tank look better too. It's not really for me to look better. It's about cleaning the water. That's one of the big things for me is the water. Lisa, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that super chat. But the leaves act as an antibacterial agent, and when it comes to shrimp, they love to eat it. A lot of people give me comments when I make videos about tannins and stuff, and when they see me boiling the leaves, they're like, "You're boiling out all the tannins." And in a lot of cases, I'm not trying to get the tannins in the tank so much as get the leaves in the tank so that the shrimp can eat them and nibble on them and eat all of the bacteria and all the different things that are growing on the surface of the leaves. I had just set up a new tank for my blue bolts, and I put 5 almond leaves in there 3 weeks ago, just so that things could build up on the surface of the leaf. You get all kinds of biomatter, and really helps with getting your microorganisms built up in your aquarium, and it actually will help with cycling your tank, believe it or not. Most people don't talk about that either. But I think that dried botanicals are really important in aquariums, especially when you're trying to breed shrimp. And I see a lot of people that are stuck putting like 1 or 2 almond leaves in their tank, and I'm like, no, like more. But you realize that they just had to buy 10 almond leaves off of Amazon, and they probably paid $6 or $8 for those 10 almond leaves, and so they're putting in like 2 almond leaves in at a time, and so the shrimp are getting a little bit of leaf litter. But I'm gonna do some tanks here really soon and show you guys just straight leaf litter. My angelfish tank behind me, the future of that will be total blackwater tank. Just there'll probably be a couple of plants in there, but not too many plants because there won't be a lot of room for photosynthesis because the water will be so tea colored, but very clean at the same time. So I look forward to sharing that with you guys. It's super awesome. Oak leaves will work if you're in the States. Oak leaves and things like that will work as well. And yeah, someone could even take a pine cone from, there's going to be a lot of sap in there. I don't know if that will affect anything, but I boil everything. I boil everything because I collect it from the wild myself. And I found two things that I noticed that I find hidden in my almond leaves is spiders and snails. And so I inspect each leaf before I bring it in the house. Actually, before I put it in the bag when I'm collecting them, and then I rinse them in the sink, and then I boil them. And now, if they're rinsed and clean enough, I might take that water, cool it down, and then immediately use it. I don't want it to sit and start to grow and come to life. I want to use it right after it's cooled while it's still basically sanitized from, sterilized from being boiled. And I'm going to put it right into the tank at that point after it's cooled. But I don't usually do that too much. I feel like there's still enough tannins in the leaves to affect the water column. You don't really need to pour that in the water. So you can if you want. Let's see. I just ranted about leaves. But yeah, I was basically going on a tangent, but that's what I'm looking forward to putting on my website is a nice collection of different dried botanicals, leaf litter, nice assortments, little grab bags of stuff, some really nice mangrove twigs and West Indian almond twigs, and bay leaf, dried West Indian bay leaf, which is pimifix, pimento oil. That is West Indian bay leaf, which grows here wild all through the hillsides here. And I go and collect the dried leaves and I boil them as well, and I add them to the tank. And the oil from the leaf acts as an antibacterial agent, and it's a little bit of a harder leaf. The shrimp don't usually like to chow on it like they would an almond leaf, but it is nice to add to the tank as a mix and help, clean the water a little bit. What do we have? We have Jeremy. Jeremy, what's up, man? How are you doing? It's good to see you in here. Going wild with OBS. Second live stream ever. I have to say thank you to Jeremy as well. This being like one of my first live streams, I haven't had the opportunity to live say thank you to some people, but if any of you, if the people did not see the unboxing when I did a video out of my car after the storm, he sent me a relief package with all kinds of good stuff. I'm still using this stuff. I still have water conditioner and I use it. All of the sponge filters I'm using. He gave me a nice little selection of stuff off of his website. It was it meant a lot to me. The storms showed me how much of a community we have here on YouTube, and it was pretty emotional because that was it hit me really hard. All of a sudden I had people that cared and was asking questions and trying to help, wanted my address, and it was kind of a shock. It was pretty awesome. And then going to Chicago and actually getting to meet Jeremy and chill out, have a couple of late nights just talking, getting to know each other, and those kind of experiences with a lot of people in the #FishFam community really changed my whole perspective of this whole thing. I look at it completely different than I did when I started, and the community is like everything here. It is, and we all support each other, and I just think it's really awesome. We don't play the games like everybody else does on YouTube, and I don't want to feed into any of that at all, but I think we all understand what I'm talking about. This is really awesome that we uplift each other and that we help each other and we support each other with information. If I'm doing something funny in a video, it's so awesome that somebody will comment and actually, there's certain people that want to say whatever they want to say, but when someone actually really in a caring manner wants to help you and say, hey, I saw what you're doing in there, and maybe you should try this. This might be able to help you, whatever. You know, it's just so super awesome that we all uplift each other and that we're helping each other out. And I think it is, I don't know, it's been going on before YouTube. We all know that. It's been going on before message boards and before the internet. You know, we had this community, and I think that it's showing through in YouTube, and I think we are a good example for like the rest of YouTube. I think we all know that. I think we all know that this community is a special niche, and we are a great example for the rest of YouTube's communities and how they should act and how they should handle themselves. I think everybody agrees with me, right? Oh boy, where are we at? It's 1:54 my time. I should be done here. I'm gonna hang out for a little bit longer and chill out because what is a great beginner angelfish species? I think angelfish altogether pretty much it wouldn't really matter which one, but I would keep in mind that when you're talking about angelfish, if you're talking about a 20-gallon tank, I wouldn't recommend that for very long. I think if you want to have angelfish and you want them to be happy and you want them to grow to their full size, minimum 50 gallons. So I'm definitely one of those people. I don't like to torture my fish. I have one fish in my fish room that I feel like I'm neglecting in that regards. I have a synodontis catfish, upside down catfish. He's in a 20-gallon tank. He's pretty much met the size that he's going to be able to get at that tank. He needs to be in a 50-gallon. He really needs he's one of the largest of the catfish family. This catfish is going to end up in a koi pond somewhere here on this island. You know, it needs 1,000 gallons in the end. I mean, I have a red-tailed catfish in here as well, and that's going into a koi pond because I know better already. It was a rescue. That's the problem with rescues. I'm not doing that anymore. I think I've learned rescues are dangerous because I know I can save them. I've learned that I can save fish, but do I want them? Do I really want that fish long term? Do I have the room for it? Do I have a tank for it? Fish Girl, yeah, I did the news at the beginning of the stream. You can watch it. That worked out pretty good. You can go ahead and skip over the the video in the middle. You can go ahead and just watch it from the link if you're interested. But I managed to really goof that one up. I think it was audio, no video the first time, and me standing there watching the screen. And then the second time, I think it was video and no audio. So I did good on not getting a copyright strike, but I ruined 10 minutes of my stream and left you guys kind of empty. You definitely go check out that video. Christian Wheatley is an awesome filmmaker. He outdid himself on this one. It is a good example, and there's a lot of good video in there of the destruction. People who wanted to see that. I really couldn't go through making videos like that, and I didn't want to exploit it that way. There's enough on the news. I think people know what happened to us down here. It wasn't my thing to make any content about it. Yeah, I didn't ruin it. I learned something, right? Let me think positively. I learned something. Remember to turn your microphones off, and then remember to turn them back on again. But it's really awesome that OBS is working so well for me. It's using 8.5% of my CPU, which is really nice. Before with my laptop, which I tried originally to stream with, it used 75% of my CPU, and then it would freeze up in the middle of it. Yeah, I recovered well. I don't know. I grew up in Mexico when I was a kid, and we lived very rough. It was a very. We lived out of a car, lived out of a tent, lived in little villages, and because of that. Oh, an audio lag. Oh, I don't know about that. I can't help that right now. But anyways, as a child, I was living in Mexico, and we lived in very impoverished places, and I'm kind of used to that. I'm kind of I've lived that way before, so dealing with the hurricanes was not a problem for me. It it was a struggle. Yeah, it was hard. It definitely was hard. It was a struggle, and it was tough. Is the audio not working all of a sudden? What did I do? Oh, you're just listening, or is the audio? Okay, it's that side. What's up, Mass? Mike, how are you doing? What's up? I have audio. Thank you, Candy. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I need to know these things. And I need to make everybody mods. You know that I'm not. That's not. I'm not like just not including anybody here. I'm just trying to focus and not play with my stuff so much. Let's see. But if I can do that real quick, will it let me? Yeah. Well, there you go. I have Candy as my mod, and I'm just gonna hold it down right there. Like half of you or all of the rest of you are pretty much moderators too. All right, I just can't get to that. Plus, I know you all care enough to do your part if that you can, anyways. Keep an eye on things. Um, let's see. What else was I saying? What was I trying to say? Just that I grew up in Mexico when I was a kid, and it was really it was a rough childhood. And so for me, living without electricity and having to wash my own clothes and having to live out of a cooler was not that bad. It was just kind of having to like remember what it was like to live like that. But it's a good thing for you. It's a really good thing, I think, to go through that experience. You know, it's not a good thing to have to suffer through the hurricane, but it was literally like 5 hours, and then the rest was survival training, a long-term camping trip, 52 days camping in my apartment with a clothesline on the ceiling, doing my laundry in my shower, keeping a nice cooler, trying to like hustle up ice every day because you didn't know if there was going to be ice the next day. So you kind of had to be on your game and make sure there was a block of ice. Blocks of ice were a lot better than bags of ice. Lasted a lot longer. And you didn't buy anything you didn't need. There was no internet for the most part. You know, it was a good thing in a way. It was a good experience, and I don't regret going through it. And I feel like a stronger person for experiencing it. That is for sure. I'm not saying I would like to go through it again. That's for sure. Thank you, Candy. I appreciate that. And thank you to all of you out there that are my Patreons. I have a few of you in here, and I really do appreciate it. I've been looking forward to making some more content for you guys on that side, some private content for you guys. I feel like you all deserve it. I look forward to playing with my microscope a little bit more. I haven't really shown everybody any videos. I have one video about my microscope, and it's on my Patreon. And as far as I know, only my Patreons can see that. But besides that one, I look forward to doing more with the microscope. It's really, really awesome, especially taking a look at everything in the tanks. Like, there's so much going on, and I'm learning so much that I didn't, there's a lot of different organisms that I really I didn't think played such a big part. But it's changed the way I cycle a tank too, because now I've been watching, and I'm going to start making some videos showing you all this. I've been filming some of it, but watching tanks from start to finish and the cycle process and observing everything on a microscopic level, because you get to see it start out with the diatoms and all the other different kinds of algae, and then you slowly start working into other organisms, and eventually like parameciums and all kinds of cool stuff. And then it starts working up into bigger organisms and stuff. You know, and some of my more established aquariums, I have microcrustacean, little micro crabs and stuff like that going on in them that I've started to observe. I haven't found Hydra. I want to find Hydra just because it just seems like super, super awesome. That's my goal at this point, is to find Hydra. I don't want to find it in my fish tank, I guess, but that would be cool. And flukes. I've been looking forward to finding flukes. I thought I found flukes the other day, and it was not flukes. It was just a form of rotifer. It looked very similar to flukes. But that was pretty cool. So yes, I'm having a lot of fun with the microscope. I probably shouldn't have bought it because that's $600. Probably could have put towards a better computer or a plane ticket to Peru or a better underwater case for my camera for Peru. But no, man's got to have his toys. But it keeps me occupied. I'd rather play with that than going out to the bar. That's for sure. I'd rather sit at home all night and stare through the eyepiece of a microscope. Anyways, I'm starting to ramble, and I'm over my hour. Wrench time. Yes, Corvus. Yes, Mr. Joel. I don't know why you're in here. I do appreciate that you're in here, but it's your birthday, right? Aren't you supposed to be outside flipping stuff on the Barbie? Yeah. You said you were having a barbecue, and I assume you did have that barbecue. And I want to know details. Did did AquaPro, did he make it up for the barbecue? It's probably early in the day for you too, right? You're on that coast, so it's still early in the morning. I bet you haven't even fired up the barbecue yet. I forget because it's 2 o'clock here, and it's people are still just waking up. You guys are still having your coffee in North America on the West Coast. Joel, see you later. Have a good one. Let's see. Checking out the chat. Brisket. What? All right, now I'm jealous. Okay, good. All right. I thought you were going to do hamburgers and maybe some ribs, but you're going all the way, man. Need to look at plane tickets. I need to get a private jet. I want brisket. That sounds good. I can't say that I'm super awesome at brisket myself. I need a little bit more experience, but my brother-in-law can kill it. He usually starts the night before. Okay, exactly. Yeah, you're doing it the right way. You got this. You got this, man. He started cooking that thing at 5:30 a.m. That's what I'm talking about. All right. I'm a little jealous. I'm not going to be jealous. I'm going to go cook something good myself. I like to cook. As you know, I've also been cooking for a long time. I've done my share of Napolitana pizza, true Naples-style pizza. But I've cooked in a lot of other restaurants and worked on lines as well. I do like being on the grill and saute. But it definitely is a lifestyle. It's not for everyone. The Waterbox, what's up? Thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. This is so crazy that I can actually receive super chats, and I appreciate it so much. I mentioned it there in the news. I will be in an interview or a live stream collaboration there with the Waterbox in his normal live stream on Friday next week, and I look forward to that. We're going to be talking about blackwater aquariums and brackish water aquariums and the difference, to help clarify that for a lot of people that think they're the same thing. So that'll be fun. I enjoy watching his live streams. They're pretty awesome. He's been flying up there. He flew right past me. Grr. It's my own fault. I say I'm going to make 3 videos a week, and then I don't. Anyways, it is so awesome to see everyone in here. So many awesome, good people making good content too. Well, happy birthday again, Joel. I hope you enjoy that brisket. Just pass up on that chicken, save room for the brisket. That's what I say. And that's just motivation for me to go hit the grocery store and find something cool to cook. That's how I look at it as a cook. And for the vegetarians out there, I don't know what to say. I like to grill vegetables. It's nice. Put vegetables on the grill. Zucchini, I like to season them a little bit. Something, kick a little bit of spice on them, maybe even. And hit them on the grill. Oil them with a little olive oil. Some zucchini and some other vegetables will work on the grill. Squash. Dutch Aquarist, that's awesome. Thanks for checking out my live stream. This is my second live stream, so thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience. I have to like take notes because I'm not trying to play with any of this too much. I'm trying not to touch my computer if I can help it. I'm trying to take a little notes on some of these channels so that I can sub some of these guys, so I make sure I keep up on their content for the hashtag FishFam News. So I don't know, once again, I don't know if I'm going to continue to do this live, the news itself, hashtag FishFam News live. I really do like the production quality of actually making a video when it comes to the news. And I get to cut out the stuff that I don't want to be in there. And put a little bit of music in the background and have a little bit more fun with it. And overlays and stuff like that. So I think that I'm going to continue to do the news as a video. But I am going to really get a plan down as to what day I want to do my live stream. It probably will be on Saturdays around the same time, maybe, because it's the perfect time when I have the house to myself. My girlfriend's at work all day, and I have a full day off. This is my day to do my water changes, but I could definitely sacrifice an hour or so to chat with you guys. So I think, pretty much making up my mind right now, yeah, it's going to be Sunday 12 or 1, which will be like in the morning for you guys. So I could probably still make it like a morning thing. I don't know. Decisions. Waterbox suggestion. Yeah, I'll come up with the structure here. We'll come up with a structure. Yeah. But I'm definitely up for questions from anybody. I'm totally up for questions in regards to my experience in the hobby or how I got into the hobby, things like that. I mean, I could keep it real simple in regards to like my experience in the hobby or my reason for having such a passion for fish keeping. It's all started in my childhood and growing up in Mexico. I grew up in the pet trade. My parents imported exotic animals, mainly iguanas, reptiles, and birds, a few different exotic birds. But mostly the iguanas was what they imported in the United States. So for about 4 years of my childhood, I traveled and back and forth and lived in Central America, all through Central America, through Mexico. And most of the time we lived in small villages in the jungles, very remote locations. My parents definitely played around a little bit with the pre-Columbian cultures, with the Mayas and the Mayan Indians and all the other different Indians in that area, and all of the tombs and the temples and stuff that they had created. So we definitely play around with that. I don't want to get into that side so much in detail, but they definitely messed around a little bit with that in my childhood. So I got to see a lot of pre-Columbian artifacts and stuff. They kind of played around with what they called amateur archaeology, but most archaeologists would have called it grave robbing. But so I don't like talk about it too much, but they definitely did it with good intent, and a lot of the pieces went into museums, and the Arizona State University Museum in their portion of pre-Columbian artifacts there. So they definitely did it with good intent, but it wasn't through any organization or with any other funding or any universities or anything like that. So I definitely experienced some of that as a child in Mexico, but my hobby started out in Mexico with the importation of iguanas and stuff and birds. And then my father also bred a lot of fish in the States. They used to keep a lot of birds in our house as a child. We had a lot of fish tanks. The living room was pretty much fish tanks like what you see behind me. I remember having just grow out tanks just for brine shrimp and a lot of cool stuff going on. I remember seeing just tanks of fry as a kid, and that definitely influenced me in the hobby. My father, still to this day, has about 5 saltwater aquariums in his house, and some of them he's just let cycle. He's got a couple saltwater tanks that really have nothing in them. He's been cycling the tank for about a year and a half just to let it mature that way before he starts putting other corals in it and any fish. But yeah, my dad does the saltwater thing a little bit. I love the freshwater thing because I live in the Caribbean now and power goes out all the time. I don't have a generator and I'm not rich like that, so I would not be able to keep a saltwater tank alive when we have 4 or 5 hours power outages, right? So freshwater tanks is the most realistic thing for me. And I definitely look forward to moving because I can do tubs year-round outdoors. So I look forward to creating some grow-out tubs and some breeding tubs, and also doing some large tubs of shrimp completely outdoors year-round, and that should be fun. That's something I got coming up in the future. E-Money Cichlids, what's up? It's nice to see you in here. 54 Punchy, Heather, all you guys, I haven't mentioned your names. You know that I love y'all and that I appreciate y'all checking out my chat and listening to me ramble for a minute or two or an hour and 15 minutes. And KG Cichlid, AMA Aquatics, I'm sorry. All you guys, D, down the wormhole, she's in here, and this is super awesome. It's nice to see you all in here checking it out. So if you do want to see the news itself, it will be at the beginning of this video when it replays. But besides that, let's see, what do we have? Just another saltwater tank. Right, that's funny. Let's see. Yes, I am moving. I am moving to another house, not the island. I would like to move away from the islands, honestly, just so I don't have to deal with things like power outages and paying so much money for food and electricity and water and all of it. But that is the price you pay for living in paradise. And it can't get much harder than a Category 6 hurricane, and 2 of them in a row, basically. So I know I can take living here, but I have been thinking about how much easier it would be for me to do business with my YouTube channel and website and distributing my products if I was living in the United States, in the mainland anyways. So I'm definitely contemplating that, and it could happen within the next year or 2, but I'm definitely here for the next 12 months or so, and I plan on moving. Yes, we have a place we're looking at, 2-bedroom. I'll have my own fish room and studio. That will be nice. Just gonna have to do a little plumbing. Yeah, the idea of being able to raise fish, breed fish, and grow out fish, everything outdoors, is really awesome. I've gone over the idea of having a fish farm over and over and over and over in my head, but that definitely would involve renting a large piece of property or buying a piece of property here. And this is vacation land, so the property is very, very expensive, even after the hurricanes. But a fish farm may be in the works somewhere down the line. I might be looking into the USDA and maybe getting a grant for like what they call a demonstration small plot farm, where I'm actually doing more of an example. It wouldn't be it'd be like a 1/4 acre, and I put a greenhouse and grow out tubs, and then I could actually use it as a demonstration for the college, the university, and for other people, other farmers that are interested in doing some kind of a fish farming or aquaculture like that. So there is a possibility of even getting some funding or a grant from the USDA to do that. So believe me, I am looking into that. I'm looking this next month. I'm taking a trip to St. Thomas to go to the USDA meeting and meet some people. So I'm definitely making some moves on acquiring some land, maybe to farm some fish. Definitely would be aquaponics. I'd be farming fish, and I'd probably be growing some herbs or something as well to supply the restaurants. Microgreens, something like that. Something realistic and very consumable. Danny's Aquariums. Danny, it's awesome to see you in here from across the world. Appreciate you stopping by. For any of you, again, that have just stopping in, definitely check out the news in the beginning of this. I did say this is going to be an hour stream. I'm looking at like 2:20 right now, so I think I'm going to stick it out for another 10 minutes and call it an hour and a half. Make it an even something. Yeah, I'm one of those people though. Like I have plans, and I have ideas, just like doing live streams. I've been on YouTube for 8 months. I haven't live streamed until now, and for me, it's like a lot of things that I do. Kind of a little bit of a perfectionist. It slows me down a little bit, but I like to do things kind of right the first time if I can help it. Like if I know there's a better way to do it, I'm gonna wait if I can and try to do it that way. But there's a point when you just have to jump in. You just have to jump in and get it going. So I look forward to that. I think my first little step here on the aquaponics, and a good example to get my grant, will be doing a small aquaponics project on the roof of a restaurant. They already have some aquaponics going on, but they have some hydroponics going on, but they haven't incorporated fish yet. So they're growing herbs hydroponically on the roof of this restaurant, and they would like to work with me to take care of the fish, supply the fish, and handle that side of it. And I have a 300-gallon grow out kind of tub that I've collected and I haven't used yet. I look forward to putting that 300-gallon tub on the roof of this restaurant with a hot tub pump that I have, like a swimming pool pump. And I look forward to making this work where we can actually do aquaponics of herbs and some salad greens on the roof of the restaurant. And then I'll sell the fish on Aquabit or to you guys on my website. What's up, Big Easy? I don't know if you mentioned it, but I did congratulate you on your 1,000 subscribers. Big Easy. I put it in the news, in the live news, so you're going to have to watch this if you want to see it. But it's right in there at the end, I think. But congratulations to Big Easy on making 1,000 subscribers. Most people might not know him. I don't see a lot of content created by him, like as in videos, but he does do a live stream almost every single day. And there's a nice little panel of people that get together in that stream. It stays pretty clean and family friendly for the most part. But it's definitely an opportunity to hang out and chat on a daily basis about fish and show off some of your tanks. Sometimes I like to plug in my my microscope and show them some stuff under the microscope. And I look forward to that in the future. I look forward to doing some live streams with my microscope, sharing with you some of these the microorganisms and the microbiology of my aquariums in live streams. But I just have to get down this OBS, and I'm gonna just have to force myself to do some practice runs with some of you guys privately, do some unlisted streams, and just get practice first instead of trying to jump to it completely like I did today. Let's make sure everything works. Warrior Planted Tanks, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you. I see people coming in now late, which makes me not want to leave, but we are getting close to the end. It's 2:22. Make a wish. Got a few more minutes in here, and I'm going to go ahead and call it. Try it on Patreon. Try what on Patreon? I'm sorry, Mr. B. Oh, on Patreon. Oh, in regards to a live stream for the Patreons only, I could kind of make everybody jealous and do a live stream just for my Patreons of some microscopy. That is for sure. I could put that in there and dangle that in front of everybody and make you become my Patreons. No, I don't know about that, but yeah, I could. I mean, I think about. Well, I did make a video. I don't know if you saw that, Mr. B. The only video of my microscopy is for my Patreons on my Patreon page. So there already is a video out there, but the live streaming thing is really where I want to go with it, because I mean, I don't want to sell all my stuff, give all my stuff away, but come on, who else is doing live streaming microscopy on YouTube? I've searched hard for it, and I really don't see much of that going on. I see people playing around a little bit, but I guess first you have to go out and buy a $600 microscope, which I probably shouldn't have done, but I did anyways. Is it you lagging? It probably is me lagging. Oh, it's me lagging. I think it's my internet. I see everything going red over here. My OBS is flashing red. So it's me. It's not you guys. Yeah, everybody lost me. I think I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it on that because everybody lost me. So I should probably call this. And I do want to say thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. For all of you that are subscribed to me, all of you that are my Patreons, I appreciate it so much. If you're not subscribed to this content, you like it, you want to see more of it, go ahead and click on that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this content. And remember, guys, remember, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.